Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Tamsin Gilbert. I'm Research Network Producer with Common Ground Research Networks. We will just begin in 1 minute. We'll let everyone gather themselves and get into this Zoom room, and I'll make sure everyone is admitted. I have a few people just joining us now, so I want to make sure that they're included before we begin. And then we'll get started. Thanks, Siobhan. All right. Oh, a few more people. It's just about to start talking, but oh, wait a minute. All right. So what we're going to do today, I'll start by just welcoming you to the 14th International Conference on Religion and Spirituality in Society. As I said before, my name is Tamsin Gilbert. I'm Research Network Producer with Common Ground Research Networks. What we're going to do today is just say a few words of introduction. We'll start with that, and what I'll do is I will ask you to unmute yourself, say a little bit about yourself. If you're presenting online at the conference or in person, let us know, and I will let me know, and I will put the link for your presenter page in the chat so people can follow along. After we've done that, what I'm going to do is go through the CGScholar Event Microsite and show you how to engage with the conference online. You know, from simple things like updating your profile to, you know, the discussion boards and how it all works. I'll share my screen and we'll go through that. And then at the end, perhaps if anyone has any questions, we can have a bit of a chat for anyone who's having any problems or questions. So again, just to begin, welcome to the 14th International Conference on Religion and Spirituality in Society. The theme, the special focus this year is spaces, movement and time, religions at rest and in movement. The in-person portion of the conference is going to be held in Madrid, Spain, starting tomorrow. And those online, it starts now. So welcome. I was just checking the numbers, and so we have about 90 people in person and another 40 people participating online internationally. I think I just did a quick count and it was about 32 countries represented. So we'll have some people here today. We'll also have some people who will join us online in the discussion boards when they're awake at a reasonable time of day. And so that means we have a little bit more flexibility with, you know, timing and things like that. So welcome to everyone, whether you're watching this now or you're watching it later on. Feel free to introduce yourself in the discussion board. We also have over 130 pieces of digital media uploaded. So that is how our online only presenters present their work asynchronously during the conference. But we also have a lot of our in-person delegates who have uploaded digital media for the conference, which sort of gives a richer experience for everyone. I do want to note now that these pieces of as long as you remember your login, if you don't, email us. I'll put our support email in the chat after this. You will have access to everything in the event schedule and the microsite after the conference. So if you see a great presentation and you want to go back, you want to ask another question, you want to rewatch it, anything like that, you will have access to do that after the conference as well. So you don't have to feel too rushed all at once, although it is nice to be sort of engaging during the period that the discussion boards are open now and everyone's sort of online. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to call out your names in no particular order other than maybe the order that you entered this Zoom room. And what I might ask is that you unmute yourself and say a little bit about yourself. And we will put your presenter page in the chat so that people can follow along. And Craig, you're first. Lucky lucky first person here.
Sure. Thank you, Tamsin. Yeah, my name's Dr. Craig Allen. I'm a lecturer here at Oxford Brookes in England, and I'll be presenting some of my research at the conference. And generally, my research has been looking at the regulation of religious and spiritual influence surrounding financial transactions. So I look at this from a doctrinal law perspective across the likes of criminal and civil laws to assess the legitimacy of pressure and whether the laws got things right, as well as some of the theoretical discussions around autonomy within transaction, given the specific norms of religious and cultural communities. So yeah, that's a bit on me.
Right, and I've just put your presenter page in the chat, and I can see you've uploaded a video there so that everyone can join the discussion and follow along there. My next rectangle is Bushra. Bushra, are you able to introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, and welcome, and thank you very much to all of organizations. I am Bushra. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Thank you very much. I am Bushra, and I'm doing my postdoctorate, and I want to present my my article, that is the Ibn Arabi's Doctrine of Sainthood, a paradigm of integration in multi-faith and multicultural societies. Do you want to explain here my article, or I just want to give the some introduction to myself?
Yes, we're just giving an introduction right now. I've just put the link for your presenter page in the chat there, so everyone can follow along.
Oh, okay. Now, nowadays I am doing my postdoctorate in comparative religions. Basically, my area of specialization is comparative religions. I want to discuss the different perceptions and to put the positive impacts among the different societies and among the different different civilizations particularly. And my area of research to read the books and writings and tourism, and just want to talk to each other and want to know about the different perceptions of the different civilizations and about myself and the other selves, and how we can promote the good feelings to each other, and how we can make the good relationships each other. That's the things that I want to do something in my life.
Nice. Well, thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you for introducing yourself, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time at the conference.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Siobhan, you're my next rectangle. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Hello from my rectangle on the other side of the country from Oxford Brookes. I'm at University of Hertfordshire, just outside London, but not far from Oxford Brookes. Hi, Craig. I'm going to be talking, I'm just online. I'm not speaking in person. I'm going to be looking at use of internet sacred spaces during COVID-19 amongst men and women in Europe within Sufi networks. That's what I'm going to be presenting on.
Thank you. And your presentation's in the chat, so everyone can follow along there. Marguerite, you're my next rectangle. I think they're actually called tiles. Apologies.
Hello, I'm Marguerite. Hello, everyone. So I'm assistant professor in philosophy of religion at St. Joseph University of Beirut in Lebanon. I'm presenting online, sadly. So the title of my topic is Following a Reflection on Leadership and Authority in the Institutions of Belief. The study that I made is through the religious and political institutions. Thank you. And thank you for the person who has already asked me a question in the discussion, and I will be answering soon. Thank you.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so pleased someone already managed to work out the discussion boards and ask you something. Yes, jump online and respond to them so that they might even respond again. That's fantastic. Charles, are you able to introduce yourself?
Yep, sure. Hello, everyone. This is Charles. I'm a lecturer in law at Robert Gordon University, which is in Aberdeen, which is quite far away from Frick. And my presentation is about freedom of religion or belief in China. So if you are interested, please watch the video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Matthew?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Mathieu Cudery-Mourou. I'm a PhD student in Fribourg, Switzerland. I have a background in theology and political sciences. And in the conference, I will present in person a very small part of my dissertation project, which is based on participant observation in 2 Swiss mosques. So like a microscopic analysis.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Solveiga, forgive me if I've mispronounced your name.
Oh, okay. I am Solveiga Krumina-Konkova. I am leading researcher at the Institute of Philosophy and Sociology, University of Latvia. And my presentation is online, and the topic of my presentation is the development of New Age in Latvia during 20th century, from the beginning up to 1990s.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Marco?
Good morning to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Marco Guglielmi. I'm a sociologist of religion based in Padova, which is a city near Venice in northeast of Italy. I will join the conference only online and not in person. And more specifically, I will chair 2 asynchronic panels. So we participate in the conference, stimulating the debate online in this digital panel.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
So we'll see you in the discussion boards. Nice to meet you,
Sure.
Marco. Shide?
Yes, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. I'm Shide Khoshnoudi. I'm from Netherlands, University of Tilburg, and my background is in theology, religious studies, and also anthropology. I'm a PhD student at Tilburg at the moment. Unfortunately, this time I won't present at this conference. I hope maybe next time, but I will be an audience. Thank you so much for all the organizing.
Perfect. And make sure you submit your proposal for next year. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Myra?
Yeah. Yes. Hello everyone. Yeah, I'm Myra from Zhenji University in Taiwan. But I'm Malaysian. My research in especially in Chinese religion and new religion. So this time I'm online presentation about the exploration and of the religious practice and culture integration of the Thai ethnic minority in northern Thailand. So my research is about the new religion Yi Guan Dao. Okay, Yi Guan Dao in Thailand. How about the exploration of this religion? So thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. My next tile is Glenn. Glenn, are you able to unmute yourself? Maybe not. Sometimes people are on trains, buses, automobiles when they're on. Oh, I can see you're unmuted, Glenn. No, maybe not. We'll move on to Sushil. Sushil, are you able to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Namaste. I'm coming from Malaysia. I live there. And in fact, I had another conference in Ostrich, in Salzburg, on religion, spirituality, and health. And after that, I am here and I'm going to present you a framework for the time dimension. Actually, this project I have been working on. I am a civil engineer, project management professional. So all the while I have been doing these, buildings, but I am trying to create a framework for the bubble now, because this is what is needed to remain in the present moment. And what is present moment? What does spirituality tells us? What does religion tells us? And what science tells us? And that is I have a themed presentation in for the innovation section. So please do come. I am doing personally, and you approach me anytime during the conference to learn more about it. I have developed a skill development program, which is called a mental well-being project workshop, becoming self-realized professional. See you there.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all. So it seems like Glenn has just messaged me saying he's having some trouble connecting. So we'll just keep moving on from here. But it seems like mostly everyone is online. We might have one or two people who will be in Madrid tomorrow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen, and we will just run through the platform here and talk about ways to engage in the conference. Maybe someone can give me a thumbs up that they can see my screen. Okay, thank you. I'm always a little bit nervous that I've done it incorrectly, even though we've been doing this for about 5 years now. So there are many ways to get to the conference microsite if you're lost, if you can't find a link in an email that we've sent, if you're not quite sure, you can head to religionindsociety.com, and then the easiest thing to do is just click this button here that says CGScholar Event Microsite. If you log into CGScholar.com, please make sure you are logged in. If you're not, your name will not appear in the top right-hand corner of the screen. That's how you know, but we don't know you're registered for the conference if you're not logged in. And this affects your access, like how much you can access and whether you can access the digital media and all this type of stuff. So please, number one rule is to make sure you're logged in. Once you log in, please click on community. What that will do is that will take you to your sort of profile here. You'll have a list of communities here. One of them will be Religion in Society. If you've attended any other conferences, it will be listed there as well as a list of your peers. I strongly recommend you go down to profile and update your information there. The reason being, in the event schedule, everyone's names are hyperlinked to this profile. And so if someone clicks your name, this is where they're heading. This is how they can add you as a peer and learn a little bit more about you. So then you can go ahead and update that in the account settings here. An easier way perhaps to do it is to click on your name in the top right and go down to the account settings there. And I'll show you a little bit and how to engage with other peers as we move through. I just want to start off by reminding you to update your information so that everyone knows who you are and a little bit more about you. As you can see, you can pick an abstract image. It doesn't have to be a full headshot if you don't feel comfortable with that. It's completely up to you. We'll head back to the event microsite. If you're ever lost in CGScholar, one thing you can do is go down under your name and go to your events, or you can click the event tab there that will bring up a list of events that are happening. So just go down to your events there. It's in chronological order. So the one that's happening now is at the top. Previous conferences will be listed all the way at the bottom. There's a number of different pieces of information here. If you have a proposal, which I don't, it would be listed here. That's hyperlinked, and it would take you to that presenter page that I've been linking in the chat. You can find, you can find your registration number there. If for some reason you're contacting us and we ask your registration number, you can do that. You can download your receipt. This is also the place where you will be able to download your certificate of presentation or certificate of participation once those are turned on after the conference. I believe they're probably going to be turned on Friday afternoon, but after the conference is Saturday, so that's why maybe a little bit early. Let's go back over here. So this is the microsite. Forgive me if I'm talking too quickly. We are recording this, so you can rewatch it. But if for some reason you don't have time or you don't want to, we do have this e-program and user guide link that you can click on here. This is basically a PDF version of the things that I'm saying now. It also includes other information about the conference, so that we have a welcome letter from our local host as well as our research network chair. We have more information about the research network at the start, including the scopes and concerns. Maybe I need another coffee today. Themes, intentions, as well as information about our plenary speakers, the journal, and things like that. The reason I'm scrolling a little bit quickly is I want to show you the information at the end here after our fantastic emerging scholars and everything that's happening at the conference is our microsite user guide. If you're a bit lost with things that I've been saying today and you just want to quickly check over things again, do it again, revise, you can go back and visit this PDF guide here. You can download that or just click on this link here and it'll open in a different tab. There's also links here to the journal and links to the themes. So as you've already seen, I don't have a proposal for this conference. If I did, this link here would say your proposal. And it would link, let me just open someone else's. I'll open yours, Sushil. So it would say your proposal here, and this is what you would see. This is where you upload your digital media for the conference. As an online presenter, you're required to upload digital media for the conference. This is your form of asynchronous presentation. Digital media can be a number of different things. As you can see, it can be an embedded video from Vimeo or YouTube. It can be, oh, so we seem to have a trouble with that one. I can talk to you about it afterwards. It can be a PDF. It can be a PowerPoint presentation with sound on it. It can be a number of images. So there are a lot of different options for the digital media. We try to leave it open, and people usually upload more than one piece of digital media to their presenter page. Sorry, I've got too many tabs open here. So that is your presenter page there. Your registration link is exactly what it sounds like. It's information about your registration. This is where you can download your receipt. I'm going to skip over the presentations tab just for one moment while I just click on the special events tab. This is where you can sign up for special events. I actually think that the in-person ones might be all closed now. But, if you're there and you're in person and you're not signed up for something, you can speak to Tatiana at the registration desk, but then just sort of a tab where you can sign up for extra things. Back to presentations. Got too many tabs open here today. Also in this funny office. Okay. So right now you can see that I'm not following, that I'm not following any presentations. I will show you how to follow in just 1 minute. Featured presentations. Featured presentations are our amazing emerging scholars. We have a great emerging scholar program. They've applied for the position, been reviewed, won the Emerging Scholar Awards. We have both in-person and online-only emerging scholars. These are really the people who we have front and center in the rooms, both virtually and in person. They're there to provoke discussion, ask questions, and facilitate the sessions. We like to feature their presentations because they're all great and we're really proud of them. So if you want to go and see a list of our featured sessions, which is our emerging scholars, you can do that here. By theme. If, for example, you're only interested in seeing presentations related to the special focus, you can scroll down, find the special focus here. and look at those presentations. So here we have a list here. I'll just quickly I'll use Luke as an example. We can see that the title of his presentation is hyperlinked. His name is hyperlinked, as well as the room. So if I open the tab with his title, it will take me to his presenter page, which is opening over here. I can read a little bit more about his presentation with the abstract, a sort of brief bit of information about Luke here, as well as view the digital media, which is a PowerPoint presentation here. If I want to go ahead and follow this presentation, I can press this follow tab here. It will change to green. I can see the number of people who have clicked on this tab, the number of engagements, as well as open either from here or from here, Luke's profile page. I'm hoping that I've randomly picked someone who has updated their profile, but let's see. Another thing that I can do here is click on this scheduling link, and it will open up where the presentation is in the actual event schedule. So here's Luke, and it is updated. So what I can do now is add Luke as a peer. I can see the member, what communities they're a member of, and I can see that there is Luke's presentation in this panel that is happening at 2:30 called Analysis and Implications. So that's just a little bit more about how to engage with these individual presentations in these tabs. By type. If, for example, I'm only interested in posters, you can scroll down and I hope there's a poster session. Scroll down and find the posters. We seem to have a lot of theme paper presentations. Maybe I picked the wrong. There's a workshop, posters. So if for some reason I'm only interested in posters, I can go ahead and find those. We have a number of innovation showcases as well. So that is by the type. Alphabetical is alphabetical according to the title of the presentation. If you remember the title of the presentation, but you don't remember who presented it and where it was, that's where you'd go. Most importantly is this search function. I'll type Luke in as I'm using Luke as the example here, and it will bring up that. I can press search and go ahead and find that information here. So if I've met someone at lunch or seen someone online and I want to go back and find their presentation, this is the way to do that. If you can search by the presenter name or by the title there. I'll jump over here to the schedule now, just so we can run through sort of the events that are happening in the next couple of days. Got to close my tabs here. And I'll just admit someone in from the waiting room while we wait for that to load. Now you can see here we are today. We're in the online welcome and training session. It says live next to it, which means it's on Zoom, the date and the time. And this is me right here tagged in the presentation. If you want to learn more about me, you know that my profile is hyperlinked because we've just learned that. If you want to switch between the Spanish language sessions and the English language sessions, this is how you would do it here via this tab. So you go ahead and see that this has changed to Spanish now and is being hosted by my colleague Patricia. I'll go back to English as Spanish is not my specialty, and we will move on to day one. Now you can see we start tomorrow for the in-person sessions at 8 o'clock with the registration opening, getting your name badges and all that type of thing. We have the conference opening and the welcome session. These sessions are recorded and uploaded immediately after the session. All plenary speakers have access to the discussion boards and will be there over the next couple of days because they're tagged in the session, and they will also receive an email if someone comments in the discussion board, so they know to go there and respond. Like I said, we try to do this as quickly as possible following the session. Give us, half an hour or so. Sometimes rendering these things is a little bit tricky, but you can go ahead and join that by clicking this join button here. And you can see that there's also some queries in there already and an overview of the presenter here, and more information about the session. Talking circles. For our in-person delegates, you will be in the room talking, introducing yourselves, talking about the theme, and talking about your presentation, much like what we did now. For our online only delegates, this session is online tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next day, Friday. And it should be here in the schedule, and I'm not going to be able to find it now because I'm scrolling. I'll make sure that it's there if it's not. Oh, maybe I've got to check my calendar here. Maybe I've got my days off. It's tomorrow. Why did I say Friday? So it's tomorrow, and we will be discussing the presentations that we've done, that we've viewed so far, any interesting insights that we've had from those presentations, and sort of thinking about the special focus. So that'll happen in the talking circle tomorrow. And we might also do another sort of quick introduction for those people who might not have joined us today. Talking circles. One thing I do want to note, and I mentioned before, this is a theme session called Social Ties. If you want to read more about this session, you can click on the session title. And what it'll do is it'll bring up a abstract and title and the presenter for each one of those. We can see actually that this presenter has uploaded digital media. So you can go ahead and click on that title, watch Thomas's digital media, and comment in the discussion board. For those people who haven't uploaded digital media, you can click on that, and there should be a button at the bottom that says request digital media. And when you do that, that delegate, the presenter, Isabel, poor Isabel, using her as an example, is going to receive an email saying someone's interested in your digital media. And when Isabel uploads that digital media, you as the requester will receive an email saying Isabel has now uploaded her digital media. So you can go and then view that digital media and ask questions in the discussion board. So we want this to be engaging both for the in-person and the online delegates. So please do request the digital media if you're interested in viewing that person's presentation and they haven't uploaded it already. I'm just going to quickly jump over to this online only tab. So the same way the in-person sessions are themed, so are the online only themes, themed into panels. So you can go ahead and click on social connections. We can see all the presenters have uploaded digital media here. You can request digital media from people who haven't. One thing to note is that the discussion board is for the panel, both in person and online. So in person, we have 3 presenters or 4 presenters in a row with discussion at the end together. We like to think about the discussion time as a time to think about why these sessions have been themed together, sort of the contradictions, connections, and ways that we can sort of make these connections moving forward. And the same thing for the online only presenters. This is why we have a joint discussion board. You can ask different questions to different presenters if you like, or please sort of think about how we can make the connection to the theme of that panel or to the special focus through that discussion board. I don't know if anyone's commented in here yet. They haven't. So that is one thing to note. The discussion board is not for this individual session. It is for this panel, social connections. I'm trying to think, I feel like I've gone a little bit too quickly. And what I might do now is stop sharing my screen and